Hi everyone, welcome back to A Sky Full of Stars, Divergence Route B, Episode 3. So, it is currently New Year's, and this is where everyone goes to a shrine and offers their prayers, hoping for a prosperous new year. So, Takeichi invited Akito to go to a shrine, but when he saw Narie, he ditched Akito. But on the other hand, he comes down the shrine with 3 special girls, Orihime, Honoka, and Korona, and for some reason, they want to see how Akito is, and they even want to go to his new place, so not the club room, at Hoshino Daiichi, but the little space that the Sao Tome manager offered to him. And even though it's not as grand as their places, well, especially for Orihime, they're willing to enjoy his room by going into his kotatsu. So now Akito's getting drinks for them, and I wonder what kind of drinks is he going to give them? Because, well, once again, it's not special, just regular drinks that you find at a convenience store. So, I didn't have anything for my guests to drink, so I went down to buy some from the store. And we see our teacher, Miharu Sensei. So Miharu-san was standing at the counter. She must have taken over the store. Oh, come on. Okay, Happy New Year, Miharu-san. I hope you have a good one. So in the face of her frankness, I gave a proper New Year's greeting. Well, so the problem is that, well, I had to tell you for you to give me a New Year's greeting. If it was better, you could have naturally came to me and told me Happy New Year's yourself. Well, it's not just that. I was just thinking I should at least start the year right. So I didn't know Miharu's son or how she felt, but I thought she still delivered respect. Or she deserved respect. Oh, okay, so even though Akito's like, well, I might be interfering with the business, the mother was like, no, it's okay. Why don't you show them your new room? And it's like, come on, just go and it'll be okay down here. No? Oh, so they're not my girlfriends. So who is your girlfriend then, if it's not one of those girls? So now she brought up the teacher card. Okay, so they're members of the Six Stars Club, and there's also Korona as well. But still, so they're pretty girls, and so which one would you want to take out of the 3? Nothing, no one. Oh, really? I'm sure there is a reason why they want to come and look at your place. And I'm sure you can't figure it out. There you go. It's like, so don't you think they're expecting something? Wait, there's no way. Come on. So could there really be 3 girls in my room, all waiting for me? Well, if that happened, who should I choose then? So the one giveaway is that in the last episode, so Orihime and Honoka were supposed to go to the I think it was the Hoshino station, but instead they got off the bus at this station, and it's because they want to spend more time with Akito. And it's like, well, I can tell my dad to drive up here instead of down there, and the traffic isn't going to be much different. So, wait, what? So like, I think you might be hiding some interesting magazines under your bed, and I'm sure these girls will find out, and they'll know all your little secrets that you want to hide from them. How's that? Hey, that wasn't likely. Or was it? So what would I do if Honoka says something like, so this girl looks like Orihime, or something like that? Okay, I'm going back, so I'll pay for this later. Okay, so the teacher, Miharu, made the situation worse. Okay, it's like, I'm back! Hopefully nothing is wrong about this place. And everything seemed fine. So I think the girls were patiently waiting for Akito to come with drinks. And I wonder if they were talking amongst themselves about some things. So after looking around the room quickly, I set the plastic bottles I bought on the kotatsu. Okay. So we're trying to get some money because you were short, so you rushed up here and looked for your wallet. Yeah, well, thanks. I took the money for the drinks from Honoka and got under the kotatsu. Okay. But the slightly awkward atmosphere made me uneasy. So did something happen? Nothing. So they were probably talking about other things, and it's quite embarrassing for Akito to know. And that's why they're surprised when Akito showed up before their expected anticipation. Or like they were expecting Akito to show up at this time. She denied it immediately, so something was off. So Korona. Well, I can't say anything. I don't want to make Hime upset. So Orihime. So something did happen, and they're trying their best to keep me from figuring it out. So this is my room, and that's a little scary. So if Orihime brought this up, it means that they did look for the stuff that Miharu was talking about earlier. So what was it then? You see, Oh, okay. So I can't see why you're interested, but you have to be careful who you want you do that to. if she was going to do that, she should have done it to Hikari. Like, well, I'm sure Hikari, she's a rowdy girl, so it wouldn't be that bad if we mess with her compared to Orihime, who's this special, pristine, pure girl. And she'd probably let Korona off with just a cry chop. And plus, Hikari would control by giving Korona a beating. Uh-oh. That's it much. No. I mean, so yours are very nice, Orihime, but oh, come on. It's obvious. So she hit it shyly. But in doing so, she just made her chest stand out even more. And yes, the way that she's hiding it's kind of like she's squeezing it, and that's making it more intimidating for Akito. Okay then, so just forget about it, okay? She grabbed one of the drinks to change the subject, or the topic. And everyone drinks in silence. Oh, so also you wanted to talk to Akito about something else. You want to go ahead? So what is it? And I'm sure this is much more meaningful. Orihime got out from under the kotatsu and fixed her posture.
私、白鳥織姫はすでに明光学院天文部を引退しています。ですが、実質的には引退せず、この吉岡を導いてきました。
Well, I'm sure Orihime isn't officially retired, and I think her official retirement date is after she graduates from Meikou Academy.
ですが、それもいつまでもというわけには参りません。そこで、年が変わるのを機に、天文部をすべて任せることにしたの。
So I would like to guide Honoka, but, I'm kind of hold on to her, and she needs to know how to run an astronomy club without me on the side.
改めまして、タイゲタの吉岡ほのかです。今後ともよろしくお願いします。
Well, I look forward to working with you, Honoka. So, I'm kind of excited about having new leadership.
吉岡さんってほのかって名前だったんだ。
So Korona's attention was on something else.
よろしく、ほのほの。
Okay then, Hono Hono. So Honoka, you're gonna shorten it to Hono Hono. So we know that Korona likes to have nicknames for everyone. So Hikari is Pikarin, Akito is Aki, and I'm not really sure about Saya. And for Orihime, it's Hime. So yeah, your name is Honoka, so I'll call you Hono Hono. But then again, you always call me by my first name, so Honoka. Okay. And Orihime tags along. It's like, okay, yeah, that's good for you, Hono Hono. So the issue was that Orihime and Korona, they called Honoka by her last name, so Yoshioka, and now that they know her first name, they want to call her by Honoka instead of Yoshioka, and that's where Korona makes up a nickname for Honoka.
会長がそうおっしゃるのでしたら。
Well, if you say so, President. So Honoka seemed reluctant, but in the end, the nickname Honohona was pushed through.
さて、要件も済んだことですし、私たちはそろそろおいとましましょう。
Okay then, so I guess it's time for us to go. And I'm sure the people are waiting for us. The father or the people that are going to pick up these girls.
もう帰っちゃうの？
Wait, so are you going now?
ごめんなさいね。でも先ほどお父様から連絡があったの。もうすぐ三日月駅に到着するって。
There you go. It's like, well, my father's waiting for me at the station, so I gotta go. Well, I'm sorry. I wasn't very hospitable, so I didn't really serve you well, and it's kind of cheap and primitive compared to what you're used to. So,
こちらこそ突然お邪魔してごめんなさい。こたつ初めての経験でしたけど最高でしたわ。
but then again, it's kind of my fault too because I just popped in, surprisingly.
おこたは人を堕落させちゃう魔力を秘めてるからね。確かにこれは危険ですわね。ずっとこうしてくつろいでいたくなってしまうもの。
Well, come to my kotatsu anytime you like, so I'll keep it warm for you. So you can visit me some other day, and I'll have this all warmed up for you.
星の巡り合わせが良ければそうさせていただくわ。
Okay, so her father texted her from the car right after that. And I went outside with them to send them off.
本日はありがとうございました。
No, well, thank you. Well, I had fun, so it was okay.
またむつら星の会合でお会いしましょう。コロナさんはご自宅まで送って差し上げても構いませんのに。
So, Korona, do you want to go with us? So it looks like she'll stay for a while.
そう。お正月とはいえ、あまり遅くならないように注意してあげてくださいね。
Okay, so, well, don't be out too late. It's, already past midnight and it's quite dangerous to be out here.
それと、
And it's cold. So it must have been hard to say. She brought her lips close to my ear.
彼女も可憐な一輪の花なのですから、二人きりだからといって積むような真似はしないように。
So she warned me in a whisper. Well, I know that.
よろしく頼むわね。
It was concerning for different reasons. And when her breath hit my ear, I jumped unexpectedly.
それでは空見くん、おやすみなさい。
Okay then, good night, Sorami-kun.
夢の中でも星空に包まれていますように。
And with that, Orihime leaves. So she does that. I could end up dreaming of something else.
あ、君おかえり。
Okay, so what does Korona want now that she's alone and that Orihime and Honoka left?
おかえり。
Uh-oh, so the teacher's here too. Hey, so, wait, why are you here, teacher or former teacher?
コロナと二人きりにさせちゃ危ないでしょ。だから監視しに来たの。
Because you left her unattended, and that's bad.
それよりお餅食べよう。みはるちゃんが持ってきてくれたんだよ。
Well, more like she brought us some snacks, and they're pretty good. Well, you could see grilled mochi with seaweed on top of the table.
差し入れ。ていうか、夜食に付き合いなさい。
Wait, so eating mochi late at night will make you fat? Well, I'm pretty sure eating anything at night will make you fat. But if it's fried, it'll be okay, so I guess. Well, she just wanted somebody to join her. Alright then, well, don't mind if I do. I fill my mouth with hot mochi. So mochi is good. It was frighteningly tasty.
きなこ餅はないの？下のコンビニに行けばきなこも売ってると思うけど。みはるちゃん、買ってきて。いやよ、今母さんが店番してるんだから。
Well, I can't. If I buy anything, then well, we do know that Miharu doesn't have any money, so she can't go steal it. So if she went to the register with kinako powder, then her mother would know that she was eating the mochi. Okay. Hey, don't tell me that you stole the mochi from the kitchen.
何よ、くすねたなんて人聞きの悪い。早乙女家のものはすべて私のものよ。
Well, I'm sure the store owner or the mother disagrees with that. It's like, no, I own this, you don't. Uh-oh. So she is getting defensive. Hey, I'm Korona, so do not grow up to be like her, okay?
ニートはやだもん。
So the problem is that, well, she's unemployed, and that's really, really bad.
悪かったわね。ニートで。いいわよ。あんたらに食べさせる餅なんてないんだから。
Hey, so if you're gonna be really mean to me, then I might as well take all the mochi back and eat it myself. So an angry Miharu-san took the mochi with both hands and shoved it all into her mouth. There you go. It's like, okay, I'll eat it all up then. If you're gonna complain about me stealing it. So this is bad. She could even die if this went really badly, or even worse. And she eats too much and starts to choke. Hey, so T, right now. So no tea here. Uh-oh. So hit her on the back as hard as you can. So perform the Heimlich maneuver. That'll help her. And I wonder if they know how to do the Heimlich maneuver. But then again, I don't know. I kind of forgot. I learned about this many years ago. So Korona delivered blows to the back of her neck, just like Hikari would normally hit Korona. And every time she hit, Miharu-san's neck bent a little more. Well, I'm pretty sure she's hitting the wrong place. Oh, so it's the right place. Hey, but Korona saved you from choking to death. And you're supposed to be happy about that. There you go. It's better than dying, though. Ooh, so I brought it back to life. What a relief. Okay, so, thank you. So, seeing Korona's good intentions, Miharu-san's mood quickly cooled, and she even looked a little thankful. Okay, so putting the mochi and the choking aside. So What was it like before?
うちがコンビニになってからはずっと物置として使ってたわね。
Well, storage. So this used to be a small candy shop until several years ago when it was renovated into the Stop and Buy. And back then the whole building had undergone a large-scale renovation, but the room hadn't been used much except for storage. Well, at least the new renovated version looks much better. It looks more modern and it lights up.
懐かしい感じの匂いがするよね。
So Korona was sniffing around with great interest. So was the Kusakabe home like this before? It had been stuck in the dam? And for some reason, Akito takes a sniff as well. So smelled of old household items and tatami, and on top of that was the overwhelming smell of mochi.
あんたがそうやってると女の子の匂い嗅いでるみたいだからやめなさい。
And the way they smell is quite weird. Wait, what?
そういや姫ちゃんたちいい匂いしてたよね。
So maybe those two ladies, Orihime and Honoka, they left a pretty nice smell behind, and Akito can pick it up. So she didn't even try to deny it. I didn't notice it when I was with them, but when I had returned from the convenience store, it was obvious. So maybe because it was so small, but my room was filled with the smell of girls, okay? But the smell of mochi is masking it. It was kind of a downer. So slice smelled good, but this was a different kind of smell. A fragrance that made you aware of their femininity. And let's see. So men are weak to that smell.
あれでしょ名工のお嬢さんたちそういうこと気にしてんのよね。
Hey, but that's how girls try to attract guys. Usually, sometimes.
コロナも気にした方がいい？あんたにはまだ早い。
So I wonder why Korona wants to do the same things. Like, well, maybe I should smell fresh and... So Korona seemed disappointing by that. So adult women will go over the top when they want to be noticed. There you go. And Miharu-san's words seem to have had the opposite effect on Korona. So for Korona's like, well, maybe I should try to make myself smell good. Put some scent, and that'll maybe get Akito's attention a little bit more.
姫ちゃんのいい匂いシャンプーかな？それとも香水？
Or I want to be as good as Orihime. There you go. Hey, don't ask me. So I'm not the person to give you good advice.
じゃあ今度会ったら直接聞いてみようっと。
Okay? Well, I can't imagine Korona acting like Orihime, but it wouldn't matter what I said now anyways. So for a while after that, we ate mochi and talked for a bit.
そういやコロナ、あんた今年受験だっけ？うん、ピッカピカの受験生なのです。
Okay, Seiko, well, for Korona, she's going to enter a good school, a high school, and she needs to pass some entrance exam to get in. Well, it's good to be enthusiastic, but I wouldn't go as far as call them glorified.
受験勉強ちゃんと進んでんの？1月は追い込みの な時期でしょうに。
Oh, so I'm pretty sure the tests, they happen in February, and it takes many days to take, and pretty much every subject gets tested from top to bottom, all the things that you learn from start to finish. So Miharu-san's giving some advice.
うっさい。私だってたまにはいいことくらい言うし。
Oh, come on, I was a teacher, so I know about all this stuff. I laughed inside when she said from time to time. So, for other times, do you not give good advice? You give pretty poor advice?
ね、どこ狙ってんの？あんたバカっぽいから苦労するでしょう。
So what school do you want?
コロナバカじゃないもん。これでも結構成績はいいんだよ。
So I go, well, I get good grades and that helps me, so I'm more than an idiot. Well, I had heard that too. She had top grades and her parents sure looked after her. I heard her that sometimes she wasn't even allowed to hang out with their friends because her parents were so strict. But then, why do they let Takeichi go hang out with friends? And I wonder if they really cared about Takeichi's grades. I'm pretty sure that was no.
成績って偏差値どのくらいよ？この前のテストだと5教科で70だったかな。
So I wonder if 70 is good. But then again, in some like standardized exams, anything in the A's, that's like super excellent. And no, there's no 100s, but if you get 80, you're pretty much in like the top 5% of the class. And maybe the average is around 50.
70って本当に？平均点の間違いじゃないの？
So wow, 70? That's really good. So maybe top 10%? That's pretty decent.
偏差値だよ。平均点は96点だったかな。
But in terms of course grades, like classes, I get a good grade, 96. So a solid A student. So you would need to be some kind of genius to get 96. And if you round it up, that'd be 100%. But then again, using the US grading scale, that's like an A. An A is pretty good, or actually the best. So if it's 96 or 100, it's still going to be an A, no matter what. So, what's your rank then?
いつもだいたい3番以内だよ。前回は2番だったけど、その前は1番だったんだから。
So I'm pretty much at the top of my class.
何この子、実はすごい子だったんじゃない？
So I must have underestimated you because you don't look like a top student from talking to you, but then again, looks can be deceiving. So Miharu-san was dumbfounded too. So the unemployed Miss Miharu, or Miharu-san, just realized that she shouldn't be making fun of Korona. So come on, Korona's like an A student, and even though she doesn't really look like an A student or talks like an A student, her grades prove otherwise. And she quietly gave the last mochi to Korona. It's like, well, here you go. So you deserve this.
いいの？
Really? So I deserve it?
最後のこいつを食べる資格があるのはあんただけよ。
There you go. It's like, well, you're qualified, so. Well, I agree. Well, I wouldn't say that I had good grades. So the only other person I knew that had a standardized score of 70 is Saya. And to be on the same level as Saya was quite impressive. So, I'm pretty sure the Seisen Girls Academy, so the school that Saya goes to, that's a pretty prestigious school as well. And that's based on, if If I Heart Had Wings with the Eri-chan. So she was Masasugu's girlfriend. It's like, whoa, this is a pretty elite school. All the girls there are special. And Masasugu was showing off to everyone about his Eri-chan. But then something happened the following year, and I don't want to spoil it here. So you can go watch that if you're interested.
じゃあ、遠慮なくいただきます。ちょっと硬くなりかけてる。
She said that while looking quite happy eating glass mochi. I could imagine that someone who looked like that had a standardized score of 70.
70もあったら進路だってよりどりみどりじゃない。
I'm sure. But then again, when you get that kind of grade, you probably want one of those really good positions. Like, I want to be a doctor. I want to go practice law. Or maybe work as a business manager. So she could get into any of the 6 schools in Hoshinoka. So weren't you thinking about going to Hoshino Daiichi, like your brother Takeichi? Well, I want to go because you are there, Aki. But so her face looked grim.
星野第一なんてもったいない。その成績ならもっといいとこ狙えるでしょう。
Well, come on. So Hoshino Daiichi is an average school, like the C students go to. And when you have those A averages, you should be looking at A schools. Well, it is true. So I worked this hard and I need to find something rewarding. And if I go to the school that Akito goes to, it kind of feels like all the effort that they put into me goes into the trash can. So they want me to try for those top schools. So Seisen Girls Academy or Meikou Academy. Well, come on, it fits you. So it was rare for Miharu-san to give advice like an actual adult. However, Korona went stiff at Miharu-san's words. So what do you think about it, Korona? So maybe you should try for those better schools. So either the school that Seisen goes to, the Seisen Girls Academy, or the school that Honoka and Orihime go to, the Meikou Academy. Well, I don't want to be in the same school as Saya, so I'll go to the other one, the Meikou Academy. So Korona must really have she must dislike Saya a lot. And plus, there's Orihime, so that should be good. But then again, Orihime's a senior, and she'll graduate. Uh-oh. But I'm pretty sure Honoka is as good as Orihime, so it wouldn't be much of a loss if Orihime leaves Meikou Academy. So it looks like she forgot. Well, it wasn't possible for Korona and Orihime to go to school together. Okay? Let's see. But anyways, no Seisen because I don't want to be in the same school as Saya. Korona wasn't joking around. So for as long as I known, she been hostile to Saya. So why do you dislike Saya so much? Or why do you detest her so much? Because So she pulled her cheeks like she was put off by the question.
そのくらいにしてやんなさい。女の子には言いたくないことだってあるんだから。
Okay, so well, this is a personal issue, and it's best if you, Akito, doesn't get involved in it.
みはるちゃん。
So she looked at Miharu-san like she was some kind of messiah. So did she really not want to talk about Sai that much?
となると、コロナの志望校は名校ってことね。見学はもうした？
Okay then, so say that you want to go to the Meikou Academy. So have you take a look at that school? Get a feel about what that place is going to be like?
してない。
Not yet?
なら、一度しておくといいわよ。どんな校風なのか、どういう設備があるのか、知っておいた方がモチベーションにもつながるだろうし。
So just take a look at the school, see how it is, see what they do, see the traditions, and the things that they have here, there, the facilities.
はるちゃんが珍しくまともなこと言ってる。うっさい。珍しくて悪かったわね。
Oh, come on. So the mood was ruined because we ridicule her when she was being serious. So I think that Miharu-san's right. So why don't you go and check out that school? So the Meikou Academy.
でもちょっと怖いし。
But then again, I kind of wonder about the students over there. I hope they're not spoiled, entitled, basically having the feeling that I'm better than everyone else is trash. That kind of feeling.
名校ってお嬢様だらけなんでしょ。コロナみたいな田舎者は気遅れしちゃうよ。
There you go, well, those kids, they're rich, so they had good education way in the beginning, and they get this entitlement feeling that they're better than everyone else, they're on a different class, and well, I don't remember there being anyone like that in Orihime's class. Well, maybe Orihime's an exception. Well, I could understand Korona's predicament.
ねえ、あきに連れてって。
Well, I'm pretty sure it'll be weirder for Akito to go there. Wait, so can I go with you then?
それなら怖くないと思うし。
Well, I feel more comfortable if you accompany me going to that school. Well, okay then, so if it helps, then I'll go with you.
ありがとう、あきに。
So I would talk with Orihime after the winter vacation ended. I was sure that she'd be glad to give us a tour. And after Korona went home safely, I went back to my job. Well, I worked the special night shift until I finally got to sleep early in the morning. Okay. So the next day, well, I ended up sleeping like a log until the afternoon. And just like everyone in the Saotome family. And in the afternoon, we filled ourselves on the New Year's food. It had been a long time since I had been able to eat things like, let's see, osechi and ozoni. And the next day, I spent watching the New Year's TV with Miharu-san. And then there was the problematic third day. So what happened? So I had aimed for a time when things would be calm to go and visit my relatives. And in the end, I just show my face and let them know what was new. so he didn't really talk much with his cousins. Well, I didn't want to bother them any more than that, so I had just gone home early the same day. Okay, so it looks like it's about time for all the normal business to resume, and for some reason Hikari shows up. So Hikari said carefree after hearing my story. Well, I guess, you're right. I could have continued, but I decided to just leave it at that. It was best to be as reserved as possible when it came to relatives. So that was one reason, or one lesson I had learned from experience. Okay then. I'm sure it's too late to say that. So that was the first time this year to meet Hikari. But then again, and Saya's here too. So Saya was caressing Kotaro's fur outside the convenience store. So what's happening now? Oh, I'm sorry for the wait. So they had been waiting around for my shift to end. So what's next? Okay. So like I would ever let some snoop into my room without me. It's like, well, I trust Orihime, Honoka, and Korona, but I don't trust Hikari. Because I'm pretty sure Hikari's going to look for everything and dig out all my secrets. Well, how about Saya then? So, is she better? Well, I guess if it had been Saya, it would have been okay. But then again, it's kind of bad to leave Hikari outside, so... Well, I guess. So Saya had been hanging out with Hikari ever since the Christmas Eve meetup. She wanted to spend as much time as possible with her friend who would be going abroad soon. Okay. So today was also the first day to see Saya this year. And the rest of the quadrantid meteor shower was today, January 4th. And the peak time of a meteor shower was when you could observe the most falling stars. And we were meeting up for the first time this year to watch the meteor shower. We had made our way up to the old train car. We put a tarp on the roof and laid down searching for falling stars. So I'm pretty sure this is the last day for Hikari to be here before she takes off and moves with her father. It was a diesel car, so it didn't have a pantograph, but the roof wasn't flat and had several coolers on it. So you can see all those air conditioning units on top. Well, maybe they're fans. Well, there is a kind of electric car where the electricity is on the ground. And that's how subway trains work. So they have the positive terminal on the side, the third rail, and then the tracks themselves are like the negative side, so the return current pathway. So there wasn't much room for Saya, or much room to spare. So we took care not to fall over the edge, so we absolutely had to keep close. So anyways, so why am I in the middle? Hikari and Sai were on either side of me.
万が一落ちそうになった時、しがみつけるようにね。
So if we fall over, you'll save us.
そうだね。
So Sai agreed without hesitation, but under the blanket, she clung closely to me. And it wasn't like you could see through the blanket we were using, but it must have been evident that we were huddling close together.
わお、さやってば大胆。
So I wasn't quite sure if Hikari was joking with her or just teasing. But Sai was used to it, and she just let it slide.
光ももっとアキト君にくっつかないと危ないよ。いいって私は。これくらいでちょうどいいから。
So we were close enough that our shoulders were touching under the blanket. It was a bit tight, and it felt like I was getting sandwiched between them. True?
四分ギザ流星群の輻射点ってどの辺だっけ？
So I think it's in between the Boots and the Draco constellations.
アプリで調べてみるね。
So Sai's gonna use her app to find the location. There you go. So the radiant point was where the meteors appeared to originate from the sky. So if you looked in the direction, it might be easier to see them.
輻射点はあっちだよ。
So I'm over there. So she pointed in the direction indicated by her phone.
ありがとね、さや。どういたしまして。
Okay. So listen. Let's see. To you talk to each other while I am just stuck over here.
あら、羨ましくなっちゃった。
So I can still complain about the fact that Saya and Hikari are on the sides.
安心して。アキト君を仲間外れになんてしないから。
Well, I know that, but come on. So I'm in a very uncomfortable position. So like I could ever be excluded while I was being sandwiched between them. There you go.
あ、今流れた。どこどこ？
So where? Well, don't panic. You'll see another one soon.
そうそう。夜は始まったばかりなんだから。
So the three of us used to stargaze a lot together, and nothing had really changed since then. We hadn't really talked about it, but I was sure that we all were thinking about that. And however, when Hikari tried to pull away again, both Sai and I felt a real sense of panic.
また3人で星を見ようね。
Well, when we return at some point, we can start gaze again. I could hear Sai mutter that as she looked for shooting stars. I was sure that Hikari heard it on my other side. And Hikari didn't reply.
じゃあね。
Okay, so see you later. So I'm going to stop here for this episode, and we're going to see how it goes from here. So it's quite interesting that the teacher Miharu, even though she's all angry, she complains about how people are showing off because, well, Miharu's unemployed. She's working at her mother's convenience store. But as a teacher in the past, she has some good ideas that can help them. So She did help Akito a lot in the past, giving him some advice about going back to stargazing, and now to Korona about, well, if you have good grades, you should apply to a good school that's challenging, and I'm sure Meikou Academy or the Seisen Academy will give you a better future once you graduate. And I wonder where Orihime is going to go next after she graduates, given that she went to a pretty good school. Well, one of the best schools. But I'm pretty sure that's reserved for her individual character route. So, even though Honoka does not have an individual character route here, she does have one in the Fine Days fan disc, and it's quite extensive. But until then, I'll see you later in the next episode.